All right, Shalom. First, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Machah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. UK bans sex for at-risk couples. And this is an article from ZeroHedge.com. And it says, coronavirus cases are surging across Europe and the UK, which forced the government this week to roll out a new Tier 3 lockdown system that banned casual sex with people from different households, according to the Evening Standard. Okay, and this is going to frustrate a lot of people over there, okay, because, of course, sex is in the, the state, all right, that is going to be instituted in the kingdom. However, all right, it's still a pleasurable act, okay? And so, as it says here, so, you might not live with, your respective partner, all right? But if she or he is in a different, she in the sense of the man dealing with the woman, and he in the sense of the woman dealing with the man, all right, is living in a different household, but the area in which you're living in is a tier 3, then they're saying here that they're gonna ban, all right, casual sex, all right, between that as a means to, reduce or measure or mitigate the spread, all right, of this virus, okay. And there's already been protests going on about these restrictions. So how much more for now? And if you notice, the way they're doing it is a tier system, to where each tier, all right, it's a even more stricter and severe lockdown measure. Now it says the new measure states anyone from tier 2, which is high risk, or tier 3, which is very high risk, virus infested area, is not permitted by the government to spend the night at each other's private residence. They are also not authorized to mix with other households indoors, whether a private home or public venue, unless they are in that person's quote unquote social bubble. So, what does it mean by mix? Well, if my household is myself and, I don't know, my sister and my mother, all right, if a friend comes into my household, now they're mixing, all right, with my household, because now it's me, my sister, my mother, and whoever it is. So depending on your location, you're not allowed to do that, okay? Whether it's in a private home or a public venue, which is some some BS. But anyway, it says as early as May, we described how social bubbles were coming and will likely be enforced in Europe. Now the UK is unleashing network bubbles that allow other households to mingle. A spokesperson from Prime Minister Boris Johnson's office told reporters Friday. Now you also have to keep in mind that what this is doing is it's building up anger, it's building up frustration, and it's making people very, very uneasy. So when there comes a solution, quote unquote, which they're gonna present as the vaccine, after going through all these restrictions and all these uncomfortable measures they've put in place, people are gonna want to escape these measures. They're gonna want to be done with this. All right, they're gonna want to do what they want to do without having to worry about social distancing rules and all these different tier systems and all of that. So if the vaccine is gonna be the way out, what do you think a lot of these weak-minded people are gonna do? They're gonna go ahead and take the vaccine so they don't have to, deal with these restrictions. So it says the rules on household mixing in tier 2 is set out that you should mix with your own household unless you formed a support bubble, and that does apply to some couples. Which I don't know. I don't believe the article goes into explaining exactly what the bubble is, but maybe it's a system of uh, somehow allowing somebody into your bubble so they're not subject to these restrictions. But it says it appears a whole lot more people are going to live without sex, as both London and Essex, if I'm pronouncing that right, are expected to become tier 2 regions at midnight Friday. Now, you got to understand that a lot of people do not have that discipline, all right, to not to abstain. To let me put it like that. Okay, a lot of people live And I'm talking about carnal people. They live after the flesh, the desires of the flesh. So here it is, a Friday night, horny as hell. And you can't go see shorty. You can't, you know what I'm saying? You can't have her over. You know, it ain't none of that. And you know how that's gonna sexually frustrate people. That's gonna physically, mentally, people are gonna be upset. They're gonna be very upset. Now let's say things get worse as winter comes and they just do full lockdowns, regardless of bubbles or whatever. You're just not allowed to leave your crib. You're not allowed to see anybody else. What you think that's gonna do? A lot of these people are gonna be in their houses, all right, and they're gonna be off the roof with hornyism, if that's even a thing. You know, so let a little bit of chaos break loose. All these creeps and all them people that have been hiding in their cribs and all, when they come out, what you think they're looking for? Anyway, it says uh and it's not just London set to move into tier 2 status. Essex, Barrow, and Furness. Now I don't live in this area, so the way I pronounce these names might not be the exact pronunciation, but just bear with me. Chesterfield, Elmbridge, Arawash, Northeast Derbyshire. You really you brothers can read this for yourself. I'm just gonna skim through these names. It says, and York will join as well. It says at the moment, Cheshire, however, Greater Manchester, Leicester, and northeast of England, Nottingham, South Yorkshire, Warrington, and the West Midlands and the West Yorkshire are tier 2. Lancashire and Liverpool are tier 3 regions. So these are so they've basically broken it up, all right, into level of restriction based on where you are, based on the case numbers and so on and so forth. And very soon they're just gonna start raising a lot of these other places into tier 3s. Okay, and who knows if they'll present something more severe than a tier 3. All right, but this is all frustrating people. It says in the most severe lockdown restrictions, or with the most severe lockdown restrictions, which is tier 3. Here's the breakdown of the new 3-tier system. All right, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click on each one. All right, I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. All right, so let me see. Yeah, it doesn't really do anything. All right, so boom. You can pause the video here and you can look at it, read it if you want. Hopefully, you can read what it says. Yeah. But I'm not gonna read it. I'm not gonna read through. I'm just gonna pull up the images and you can read it for yourself. So this is what I pulled up was tier 1. Alright, this here is tier 2. Okay. Let's see. Boom. I don't know which one is easier to read. Hopefully you can read it. And tier 3, which is very high. Let's see. Boom. All right. So those are the different tiers. Now it says to sum up, sex in a private home, if individuals are in tier 2 and tier 3 regions, is now illegal. Illegal. Let's look up the word illegal. Get some synonyms on that. Contrary or forbidden by law. But hold up, the Most High said, "Be fruitful and multiply." What you mean? A criminal law. So if you go have sex with your shorty and you in a tier 2 or tier 3 region, you a criminal. You committing a criminal act. All right. What kind of BS is that, man? Unlawful, criminal, unlicensed, felonious, unauthorized. So they tell you, they basically decide when you have sex or not. They gotta authorize, okay, whether you're able to lay with your woman or not. What kind of this is America, or I can't even say America because this is in the UK, but this is the beast system. This is this new world, man, and this is just a little glimpse of what the new world order is gonna be like. Okay, so hey, this is what a lot of people are headed in for, man, and this is gonna be much worse too. It says It's going to be now illegal under Johnson's new three-tier system to mitigate the virus spreading. And of course, depending on where the virus starts spreading first, or where they start seeing the second wave first, that's where they're going to implement their their new laws and rules and so on and so forth. And it might vary a little bit based on the respective location, different countries, but eventually we're all going to be seeing new measures being put into place as they claim to fight against this second wave. Okay. It says instead of banning sex, maybe the UK should have endorsed glory holes, which is also a load of BS, all right, as the safest technique to minimize virus spreading. Well, why don't you just let them know, look, if you want to go have sex, bro, you just do it at your own discretion. Understand that if you catch it from whoever or whatever, just keep your ass away from others, okay? But to just make it illegal and ban it altogether, man, hey, you basically asking for the people to, because people are not gonna like that. It says as the safest technique to minimize virus spreading, which is precisely what the British Columbia Center for Disease Control's top health experts recommended over the summer. And here you got people trying to say that we're not gonna be able to lay with our women in the kingdom. Look at how people are gonna react to this system, and that's here in this kingdom. Man. Anyway, it says as one UK freelance politician journalist put it. This is Mary Lee Conti. It says we shall. I'm gonna just read it verbatim. We shall fuck on the beaches. We shall fuck on the landing grounds. We shall fuck in the fields and in the streets. We shall fuck in the hills. And basically, that's her reaction to these new restrictions. All right. Hey, I'm telling you, man, people are not gonna be with that. But this goes to show you, which I'm gonna get this precept right here. This is Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2. It says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. Because when we're in authority, we ain't gonna, what the hell? What? Oh, now of course, all right, on the Sabbath, okay, on the Sabbath, that's hell yeah, it's gonna be prohibited. All right, you can't have sex on the Sabbath, but there's 6 days in a week. Okay? There's 6 other days, all right, that you can do whatever it is you want to do, okay? And on the Sabbath you don't. So when we're in authority, we're not gonna put laws into place like this, man. When we're in authority, we're not gonna deal with viruses and outbreaks to where you gotta put these restrictions here and do all these. No, we're not. No, man. So people are gonna be rejoicing, all right? You're gonna be free to be natural. You're gonna be free to be natural. All right, if that makes sense. Here you're forced to be artificial and they restrict your natural side, If you're a man, they restrict your masculinity. If you're a woman, they want to make you masculine, less feminine, When we're in authority, none of that's going to be happening. People are going to be free, man. Okay? So the people are going to rejoice. It says, but when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. And who is the wicked? Malachi, the 1st chapter, the 3rd verse, Esau, Edom. And they're bearing rule right now, pursuant to Job 9 and 24. So being that they're bearing rule right now, guess what? This is a system they have in place. The UK, all right, is a part of this beast system, okay? And they're all going to follow a very similar model of restrictions, all right? Because ultimately they want to have a one world order where not this country does this and this country, no. Everybody does the same thing, all right? And the people mourn because of that, because these wicked people, they prescribe, they call evil good and good evil, all right? They set unrighteous decrees, okay? And they just ultimately want to just enslave you, man. They want to take away your freedom, the freedom of thought, your freedom of action, your freedom of anything. If you want to do anything, they have to authorize it. They have to give permission, all right? They just want to enslave you, man, okay? And so people don't like that, and as you can see, people are already mourning. All right, but in the sense of uprising and revolting, okay. But yeah, that was pretty much it. Okay, Lord willing, you were edified, showing you, man, that look, this thing is picking back up again. All right, as the second wave, they're gonna push more and more propaganda with it, and it's picking up again, man. But understand, it's gonna be different than the first wave. All right, now it's gonna bring more restrictions. All right, and some crazy ass measures, man. Okay, so prepare your prepare your mind for that. All right, but with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Ruach HaKodesh. Until next time, Shalom.